On this Civic, P2270 means the ECM/PCM is seeing the secondary HO2, sensor 2, signal stuck lean. In plain terms, the downstream oxygen sensor signal may be staying lower than the PCM expects. The vehicle may drive fairly normally, or it may come in mainly with the warning light on. Broadly, this can involve the sensor signal, the heater's effect on the sensor, wiring or connector condition, or exhaust conditions that may influence oxygen sensor readings. For this code, keep the diagnosis focused on confirming when the monitor runs and whether P2270 comes back under the right operating conditions. Before getting into the confirmation drive, start with the basic system checks and follow a structured diagnostic approach. If there are other symptoms or other faults stored, do not ignore them. Make sure the overall diagnostic direction still makes sense before chasing the oxygen sensor signal. Start the engine, then hold the engine speed at 3,000 RPM with no load. On a CVT vehicle, keep it in P or N. On a manual transmission, keep it in neutral. Hold that condition until the radiator fan comes on, then let the engine idle for 2 minutes. The point here is to get the engine into the right temperature state before trying to run the monitor. Now test drive the vehicle under the monitor conditions. Watch HDS ECT sensor 1 and make sure it is above 158 degrees F, 70 degrees C. For a CVT, drive in D. For a manual transmission, use 4th. Keep HDS engine speed between 1,503,000 RPM and drive for 30 seconds or more. Treat these as the gates for the monitor. If the vehicle is outside these conditions, you may not get a valid confirmation. The logic for P2270 is centered on the secondary HO2, sensor 2, output while the heater is being powered. If that sensor output voltage is lower than the specified value during that condition, the PCM judges it abnormal and stores the code. So the drive setup matters. You are not just clearing the code and hoping. You are trying to put the PCM back into the condition where it can make the same decision again. During the confirmation, monitor HDS OBD status for P2270. If P2270 runs and reports back, continue with the diagnostic path for that result. If the return point is not clear, pause, recheck the earlier diagnostic path, and avoid guessing. Keep verification separate from any category-specific testing, and confirm the code stays gone only after the operating conditions have been reproduced. The takeaway: for P2270, do not jump straight to parts. Warm the engine correctly, meet the monitor gates, understand that the PCM is watching the downstream oxygen sensor signal during heater operation, and use HDS status to confirm whether the code actually returns. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.